Soni. I'm from Mayville and I'm a musician, a songwriter, and also I'm a businesswoman, a coach. I coach gymnastics and also do other community work, helping mentor young children in learning on isintu, indlamu, and all of that.
Welcome to I Am, Wendy.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Tell us your story.
Right.
Mndela.
Like I mentioned, I'm Wendy Soni, born and bred in, not in Mayville, but in Ananda. I grew up in Mayville. That's where I grew up my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By Toga's Tiwa Malaza Victoria Soni and in Tizwa, Tiwa Emmanuel Ogusi Masenga.
So what was your childhood like in Ananda and moving to Mayville?
I won't remember much because I moved when I was only 3. Yeah, I'd only visit relatives there. But living in Mayville, it was called Khumalo. Previously in Labo 95, Khumalo just didn't. It was all Amahlati, nothing there. So, like when it was born, I was born there. So it was exciting, I'd say. People living in Ubuntu, there was no crime, just a lot of apartheid type things that were happening because, abantu befuna ama-sites endaweni and all of that. So you'd have to go and abazali would have to go and march, during that time until ke baze bayindawo and all of that. So I grew up from a place from a family artistic. My mom is a musician as well. She also is a fashion designer. So Sakula Nji. Around that, my father was a dancer at his time, but now he's a mechanic who fixes the TVs and things like that, or electrician, you can call it. You can say that. I grew up from a family busy with arts. Not a doctor family, but so yeah.
Is that how you fell in love with the art field?
I'd say I was mostly exposed to it because I know the first thing I said when I was asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? I was like, I want to be a social worker.
Oh, yeah.
So when I grew up, that thing I still have the love of, helping others, but what's so passionate about me is music and dancing and art as a whole. But growing up in school, high school, you wouldn't say that I would become a musician. As much as they found out that I could sing when I was like 4 years old. So like what you call this 21st birthday cousin one, so they asked me to sing this song. So they're like, wow, she can sing. So from that time, I knew. My mom had like choir sessions at home as some members of the communities and whatnot, and would go in and would just sing. But from school, they didn't know I could sing. I was only a sports fanatic. I did gymnastics in school. And I was just a sports student and schoolwork up until matric. No dating. No dating. I didn't date in school. I was focused on my work, gym, so until 3. I'm in school, come back from school, straight to the gym, 7 Yalandwa. It was that life. Yeah. So I grew up with that. I traveled a lot as a kid, like going to school games and whatnot to compete with other provinces. I stopped at level 7 because I had to finish my matric. I had to focus on that. from matric, I decided I don't want to work. As I know, mina nje ayikho umuntu ozobe boss yami.
Yeah.
So I'll do my own thing. I want to go study music and drama. Unfortunately, I didn't have funds at that time to go and do music and drama, but I did go and apply. And then so so I didn't like really study. So what I decided to do was to, I call it street education.
Yeah.
I went to productions from 2010. I went to Lozolo. Ngaba group yamaskandi called Zamantungwa, and I also went with this other indigenous artist Othembela. So I was exposed to Maskandi because I was working at Stable Theatre with all of these people, almost from Playhouse. I did a lot of theatre. And then 2010, we did a lot of traveling, like Cook started doing Maskandi and all of that. So that's all that technique. Musically and also contemporary as in dancing it. I also went to Swela Sonke Dance Theatre. It's next to Playhouse, and I did all of that. We traveled to Cape Town, Johannesburg, Sasenza BOEs, and also do Dance for a Cure for Cancer. We did it here in Othembela Playhouse. So during that phase of my life, it was all theatre, drama, all of that. So grooming myself until I said, Ish, I have really passion for music. Because going back, 2009, I started doing music. She's in high school and I knew MC. But then flow so they came out to this name MC Kala, because and I was like, wow. To me, it felt like, okay, it was something big, but to me, it was like, wow, I actually did that, when you're rhyming and things, because poetry, so, or something, and then words just come.
You could be an MC because poetry was there.
Yeah. So, and then words would just come in my head, and I'll be like, oh, okay. So they called me that. I was a bubbly child, ever smiling. Then I met this guy MCs. We met through church, I think. And I was like, yo, my sister, you can sing. There's this guy, now, while I reach you. And that guy was the lead Sebuzen. The one that was signed under Afrotainment, yes.
Yeah.
So I went there. That time, there was this friend of his who clapped. Yes, so before he became a member, we recorded a song, which is known that it's singles. So we did the original song. Song was Light the Kalawa, and Pex Africa took it under his album because we clip here ACPA. I think that year the song didn't do well. So these guys from Joburg, Actua or Toxic, some question of the group name or Absolute something, but it was Toxic, the guy that I worked with. Band remix, so we didn't meet. Go point. So I was like, okay. okay, that's my song, but I didn't sing it like that. And the next thing, I started getting a calls from Otera or Sindo, like, hey, we heard this song, must check as a morning as well. Would you be interested? Seventeen as on this one shoot a music video, blah blah blah. I was like, oh, okay, no problem. When you say an opportunity, you jump. So, guys, what you call this thing? The music video. I did the music video. Things that Sazi right, and then it went south because if you research now on the news, between Kalawa and Afro, because the song was from Kalawa Jasmine, and all of a sudden say we have Afrotainment, what's going on, and it's titled Zindo Dogas.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Did they feature you?
No, it wasn't a feature then. It was a feature on the original one. Yes, it wasn't a feature.
Walk us through, how did that feel for you? Because now you sing your music career kick off, and now there's this whole drama around it.
Looking at it now, it was a learning curve for me, and it was also type of thing, because without being or having to go through what I went through in that process, I wouldn't be where I am now. I don't have someone in Gasuti, have this person pushing me behind in my career through this 10 years I've been in the industry. Like, I'm doing this myself. Like, when I go and knock on doors, it's me. When I do this, it's me. Like, even being here, like, the opportunity to be here is me, exactly. So, I go to, I'm humble by nature, and akusheshe ukuzoyela izinto until I say really this jail or I gig. They cheated me until it comes back later. I see an opportunity in an obstacle. I don't see okay, I see an opportunity. Wow, I got a music video. You know, as much as Mabingazi then putting Wendy Soni, there was this girl here with doors. You know, Pumalanga Sigot. So like, okay, recognition, you know. I didn't get money. I got exposure, yes. Because you know, if you don't have something like home savings or follow-up high, your name is definitely gonna fade out. But like I said, it was a learning curve, and it made me figure out who I am, you know, where do I want to be, why am I here, why am I doing this, what's the purpose for this whole thing. And I always think back, which I said to Mom, I don't want to go and work. This is what I want to do, you know. This is my calling. I take music as a calling because but I'll only last for 3 months, because for the next 6 months DJ time so
you only laid back to me.
And then I'm like, I'm broke. I can't even buy myself a pair of socks, you know, roll on. And then so seven with passion. Everything is just nice. 2 months down the line, this is frustrating. I'm going to teach. She's like, hey Wendy, we must work. Hey, let's work. That's what I've been doing from 2010 till today, apparently. So I've decided, maybe there's like sometimes door that you really need to sit back and see self-introspection, what's going on with your life, you know. So I took that. That's okay. Let me take this through. Why do I always want to let me focus on one thing. So I tried last year 2017. Ngasebenza freelance again with this DJ. Sasebenza naye. If it wasn't for Nai, this DJ that I worked with, MP or his image, I don't think I would have gotten the respect from people because what was going on. Like I couldn't get bookings and I didn't hit songs, like why am I even getting a book and things like that. What's going on here? Durban, you don't feel me. Hi you guys. You just see Wendy Soni guys know. So I was like, let me work and see. So like go and perform 7 and 9. We did a duo. We called ourselves MP and Wendy Soni because we Puma from C Major Group Amen. Okay, yeah, some things work out, some things don't. That didn't work out. Okay. So that time one introduced her to all of his circle people until I came to meet like Boston, Kudo and Kapil. So during that time, look at these. I met Kapila. We're busy listening to the musical Saturday, and like I was really keen on working with him because like Jay, like he's a very respected person, down to earth. So nothing time and I was scared because I couldn't like the praising. So when on the scene, we sat. So I'm okay, then I'm feeling just became myself. And I say, hey, John, just like that. He's next to me because I'm feeling I okay. So DJ Kapil, okay, alright. So like Khumalo and I was like, okay, and he's laughing at my jokes. Okay. Good. So that's along I would love to work with you. That was from them. So during that time this year, started working with him. We started working from May, if I'm not mistaken. No, from February. Yes, from February. And then I got like it was a team of still some daughter is from Joburg. I think he's recently, if I'm not mistaken, being signed somewhere. And the guy from Good Souls, Khumalo. So we all teamed up and started working. So there's this concept to Kabila of which is it was like a title inspired by a book written by this one great photographer who says so they spoke they need to like work on something because so copyright something. Apparently the song was supposed to be sang by another chick. So I ended up singing the song. It came along that night. It was great energy in the studio here in Boston. This is where we recorded the song. So the spirits was there. It was just great vibe. Everyone was just good. We were all on the same page and having fun. I was serious studio. Nje, like Khumalo, everything started flowing. So, the song, I'd say it was given by God because Lali Floel, before it could even be released, already on radio, baselifuna. Khona linjalo bethi mfethu lesana ngekho mustard ngeke singandituzana, you know. So Kapilo was like, nah, this is really relax, guys, relax, you know. So the song came out. It was supposed to come out ngabo May, but there was some delays with mixing and mastering people. So let's say June. I'm not sure what to June back. But launch your was like 90 degrees. So we launched already last year. So can you imagine for a song, you know, about like who haven't been in the game for so long and already. So it wasn't that bad performing a new song because it's the scariest thing to perform a new song on Abalasi. So you just don't want to hear the lyrics. That's a word. Okay. So you try so hard just to get them moving. But this song was done effortlessly. Lali happy like water. So even nang let us finally even on radios, because I know challenge we got it we got it Kukozi first. We got it not Lisedi, what's the Kosa radio station? Mhlobo wene. No, he's a shy man. He's a shy.
But already those are big platforms.
Yeah.
Yes. But I know when I was supposed I was DJ Slice.
Okay.
Yes. At least in Virginia camera. Radio for me.
Let's touch on this thing because you said you were wanting to take a break from music.
I did actually.
And then all of a sudden you find yourself back
at it. I did take it, I think 4 years after the song was released, 2015. I took a break. I had a time in my life where I decided that I actually want to be a mom. I was settling down. Unfortunately, God had other plans. So I had a kid. His name is Kamohelo, like Cutie Pie. So what do you guys happened while we're going back there? Taking the skeletons out. So when it was happened, that time I was pregnant. And so when all the media and Lokabana was there, I was just not interested. And I guess from there, that's where my career just took a downfall because I just didn't care. And the thing, it was frustrating because one, hearing your song and you're not getting what is due to you, you know. And we are born and everyone, ayikho into ebuhlungu nje ukuthi ingoma yakhe iyadlala abantu bayahlanya ngayo gibele nayo etekisini balokhe bekuncoma great work don't. And then they will ask you questions. How much did you get?
Yeah.
So you don't know, and it becomes like it demotivates and such. But I'm a very positive person, so it never got to me that much. Kuna loko, I took a break. Ngasebenza on corporate world. So nakhona ke ngilokhe studio kancane, you know, because you can't run away from calling apparently. So ngagcina sengithola ke sengikusomnyama again. I've been recording with artists and DJs and producers. It wasn't working out, like umuntu osebenza naye and then vele kanjalo or kuzoba khona umbango thizeni mina. Once you got a bad energy on the song, I can't deal with it. Delete or it's ads, whatever. So until I came game ranch. Where was I? Before he took me back.
You were so young.
Yeah. So yeah. So right now I'm swimming with Somyama. I won't say like right now like very much is happening, but I see change compared to the first song because these are 2 hit songs. When I did in 2010,
Reaction is
you know, and this time I get to get recognition. People know my name, you know. So Italian, you need to put the name to the face. Now, music video, they'll put the name and the face together. But now they need to put the name and the face. So it's always that problem. Italian, there was the face, no name. Now there's the name, no face. So as soon as the music video arrives, then there's gonna be a face and the name. But every time when I like the amazing experience I have, every time I'm having to have my interviews and then I'm like, I'm that girl that's singing Togazi with DJ Simple. Wow, that is you! Jane,
It's a great song.
exactly.
And it was not remembered by the beat, it was remembered by the lyrics and who sang the lyrics.
Exactly.
Because when you said in Togas, it clicked.
Yeah. Yeah, you know? So, the wrong woman is how you do that. Minutes, you do that song. So that's the fantastic part about it. I think that's the most part I enjoy about music. I mean, my interviews, radio interviews. Oh, you do that very much. Yeah. I'm that chick. So yeah, right now, Somyama has been topping the charts. And DJ Go Metro, I think we're sitting at 29, I think.
It was beautiful.
Yes, and we Kakas, last time I checked, I saw number 4. So I don't know what is copy manje or what's been going on. But yeah, the song is doing great. I've been getting like calls from people who want to work. But people, I hate gigs. I've been working, you know. But yeah, well, that's the beautiful part. But I think what I've discovered with the thing is, it was already about gospel and things like that. It's time for us as singers, even with the youth, you create jobs for yourself. If you see, because sometimes we need, you know, at all to figure out when kuzokhulunywa right hayi impintshi yabo wayevela ubook try listen, you know, like sure I'll let you know, and next week probably when next week I say something came back. I mean, like when why is it so difficult? We've been friends now. Why is it difficult? What must I do, you know? So it's tough. So when I was creating savings, you know, which is what I'm planning to do, managing, to create work for myself and others, like school events, you know. A lot of people tend to run away from that, but that's where actually you get the glory as an artist, because students, kids, they appreciate, like Abeka appreciates and general students. You know, abantu abadala abaneyinkinga ucanga ukuthi kumele uphuza imali yakhe anginakho leya nto leyo ukuthi khona i-celebrity ayisekho thina kuqala sakhula nje mangabe ngizobona noma umshows noma ubani nje, like I'll just go mad, you know. Nje I remember this one time it was like heaven. I was still small. I went ngamhaga perform a workshop. That day, my day was made because morning celebrity, you know. When to my carnivals like this Friday, talking about what? December 16th, song is called. So we are my artists, and we don't care what you raise, just the appreciation of music, of which is, I think, most South Africans have lost that. The only time you would really find people who appreciate music are poets and book readers or whatever, and Maskandi people, you know. those people still appreciate music, you know. But Jay, in changing Kangati, sithola ka-dance ka-danaza, Jay, it's all about the hype, Jay. What's trending? If you're not, Jay, because I remember in shop. I mean, I was still a kid.
Yeah.
I was in what grade was I in? I was in primary.
Yeah.
I play magic. But so I was my ideal person, you know? Yes. Finally, I said, that's simple. Like, I'd go mad, you know? So I actually thought, like, plantan saingan. Like, that's all wrong. But not now. But anyways, it was like the way we really appreciated music growing up, like culture is slowly fading out, you know. But it's never gonna die because music is a universal thing, you know. Exactly. So it's never gonna die, but slowly people bahamba ngehype uthi umoya I'm swine flu, you know, listeriosis, but music.
I want to touch the part, Yamasiko.
Okay.
Because not many people have gotten the pleasure, that they say, of what was in Finland, you know. And even so, being so young and already joining on this kind of group, you know, how was the whole experience?
I didn't know anything about this kind of thing. I just went with the flow because, like, I had nothing to do because, like, it was art. I love art in all forms of it. I did ballet, I did contemporary, I did maskandi, I also did karate. I picked this one guy. Mndela movement, I enjoyed, but as I said, I grew from that experience. I language, maskandi, technique, you know, like I got to experience that because I'm a classical student, people would say, because I did gymnastics my whole life. So coming from a gymnastic culture, entering the Mazu, because in your point, you must flex the leg, you know. So I got to undo what I've been learning my whole life. I got to learn to undo that. I know you plie when you go down, you know. Yes. So I got to understand. You know, it's different from contemporary. It's something else as well. So I got to learn different type of styles or languages, as you may call it. But touching base on Amasik. For me, going back, like doing Maskadi made me love who I was. Because in Kule, okay, I was in a multiracial school. I went to an African school and then I went to a multiracial school. My friends in school were Indians. So when I went to gymnastics, my friends were white. So nje yayingekho ekhaya kwangenziwa amasiko kakhulu ayenziwa kamancane wami, you know. So angiyi-understand until it hit me that sengimdala ukuthi hey, you're deeper than what you think you are, you know. Amasiko is something that is in you, that is like your roots. So I got to experience the culture of actually being in Leduzan. I didn't go to your role in doing but this is not safe, you know, because we are being so exactly. So so I never went there. So it was never a problem for me. How? And this is only in Dome, blah blah. I'm to my wife, Ma, wahamba buya late. Buya. Sasimenshi swaka. Ashton. My mom no. Sasihlolo thina silaliswa sobayi-3 lapha phansi. Athi what? Obanjiwe nje yayijampile. So angiyange ngihlele emhlangeni by my mom wayihlole because idayisikhulisa nayo. Mfana soyithela ingculaza. Soyithela ingane. So I knew that until I was 21 and I was so scared. But when I was 21, I was never scared. I was never scared. That's why I'm the turkey. So I was never scared. So they don't know, they don't understand all the beauty or imfundiso ukuthi umuntu wesifazane uziphatha kanjani. I got to learn that from Pali. And discovering that made me to discover who am I as Usoni. You know, where does, have you ever heard of a Zulu song? Where does Soni come from? So I started my research to finding who I am, I think from 2017 or whatnot. Like from 2015, I think I seen me so, you know, and that's abantu basekhaya phela, you know, abekhaya. Kanti the nice thing, noma mncane wami was also searching, yabo, because sasazukhulu and she passed away, abantu bakubo abengekho, ngoba bekhulu isikhathi sakudala. Umkhulu wami, my mom's mom, was married to Mswati, umkhulu wayogama. So he came across the border with Anala. Mkhulu wami apparently is half Indian blood and half Batas. So I don't know slow Soni where does it flow, but akazange nayo kabisibongo sabubo wayibizilokhu sonje uqhambile. So mkhulu wagama, and then he left his ID because wayebaleka, I think babi into zeyimine and whatnot. So like they got married to Mowisu, but Nkokwasenkantolo they were not allowed because when you're not zonke lezinto and wayebalekile futhi ngayo. So waqhubeka njalo ngawusona. So when my mom met my dad, I don't know what happened. But anyways, they never got married, so Soni is still there. So I wanted to find out, like, my interest was to find out about the Soni people. We researched and then we found the family yaseMaphuzeni, Neyango, Pushepstein. During the years we kept on discovering each other and finding each other. Yeah. So during this time, we but the beans there was something to go to the Bayufa and just boom with Khumalo, like Usiku. Yeah. So and asking now we're gonna go and also do that. That is why like Doisigo to me is so important, because sometimes you can't do things like I'll go back, okay, man, just since you touched base on honestly. When I said, like, I asked myself, why am I keep doing this circle? Why after 3 months you say then go back. It's like a circle. So like there's something you could change, you know. There's a missing piece in the family. Because you know. And it's just Africans, you know, that's why you find a lot of black people or African people, if I may say, they don't success, only those few, you know. Because if you go to the United States, man, artists are successful. More check out the tracks also streaming, but I don't know. Just those. You know, just to name a few, just that really made it. But what is going on with the African country? Like, what's going on? And the thing is, we don't embrace the culture yet, you know. We don't embrace Amasibo yet too. So it becomes a problem. So now it's my journey to go and search, find where the problem is, and that's what basically I'm currently doing. You know, like in my journey of actually to become a true soul.
Yeah.
So yeah, ilokho.
You touched on ukuthi usiza omama.
Yeah.
Get us into that.
Okay, just to like I'd say ngisiza I think correct.
Okay.
Ngisiza uma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with like grooming young girls. Yasinisa, ikuzisindlamu, bafundisa poetries and whatnot. So I come in and I coach where I can, and Mawuti, she's lacking something, and then I step in with my experience. So the group here is called Ndonzagusa. So these are young girls who say when something is happening, I say, hey ma'am, this is where you guys can go you'll see or Magunushado or Magunusonyan or whatever, I'm wasting this. Like my nephew, Uyembongi. So recently got the Richards Bay and Sazutu Umambaba to Mayor of Richards Bay. They actually really loved him. Yeah, means our color, My mom writes poems and then she teaches them to our kids, and she was like as a woman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's still gonna teach Kambo as well, She tried, but they're just too active. But we have a fundisa and abanikelo skill. I'd say nami ngifundise kanjalo, and then I chose my path because I want to become an artist and I want to become a businesswoman. So through arts I want to make business however I can, So she's more of my mentor because as much as she never succeeded through the years, but I see her success through me because what she has taught me, is so much of her. She didn't give up entirely on the fact that obviously she has to raise 5 kids, and they still need to eat and everything. She also gave time to teach as well. So that's where I gained all the knowledge from, Yeah, love you, mama. So yeah.
No, that's beautiful. That is amazing. You're like an all-round artist, and I think you are a motivation to a lot of young people that want to own your space. I think now you're really owning your space and you're doing things yourself, and you're trying to learn, you're trying to grow and build something. I like that. That's really nice.
That is beautiful. What keeps you going?
What keeps me going? I become anxious. I'm obsessed with art. It has become an obsession. Some may call it I'm a workaholic. Okay, so now work has become so technological.
Yeah.
So it has come to that point that but people will say you're busy at chance. But I'm not doing that really. Because mina ngahlala endlini isonto lonke kodwa la ngiphuma khona ngiyokwenza imali, Singadlala nawe sobayi-2 chathe nje kanje, but I'll be working, So I'd say I have this drive. Internet keeps me going, brother. Internet I go mad. I think that's my drive. And hunger for money and for new opportunities. I like exploring. If there's nothing new in front of my eyes or in the next 2 months, I go mad. So I have to find something crazy in the space, Where that is, between doing wrong and being be creative on something else. They don't make me breathe. Otherwise, I don't know what I become clueless. So yeah, my drive is that, and also now a forced drive. I have a son. So that is a forced drive. Baby gotta eat, baby gotta go to school, and baby gotta do other things and do what other kids do. So that is my drive, you know, and I don't want to fail him the way he's so proud of me, you know. Yo, yeah, I think I'm proud of you guys. These are me, guys. My son is so proud. You know, ukulizwa iculo ngidlala. Athi ma, you know, nje like Aisha is school, but Wendy Soni. Like that wakes me up every morning, even though it's hard. But that wakes me up every morning and keep pushing. You know, I believe there's always a better tomorrow. Life is a development and it's growth. You know, flowers grow. You plant a seed, you pour water on it, it'll grow. Eventually, you're supposed to turn and whatnot. So patience and persistency and patience. What's the other word? That word though. So yeah, as long as you don't allow my camera, I don't think you'll fail. There's no such thing as failure. It's all trial and error. If you fail, or if you think you failed, you didn't. You're actually doing something better. Like, you know, you trying the same recipe. But in different ways, like try different methods, so you create new things every day. So I don't take usuku or an obstacle as a failure or whatnot, but it's always something to improve on and, you know, and explore on, because you never know. That's exactly guys. You must impress me here, that thing is amazing, guys. It destroys a lot of, you know, but in a good way. Like, you're a good nuclear, guys, that can change the world. I believe the purpose for me to sing is to change people's, because I mean, I get goosebumps when I sing. Like, I don't think a person does that to themselves. Like, when I sing, I get goosebumps. And sometimes I start crying. And then, so you can imagine who's listening, so even if immediately I say there's still hope. Dude, sometimes you go on stage, the whole day, 2 or perform at 11 on a transport. Maybe figure at least in about 6. And then you have to stay at that gig, you have to sleep the whole night, wake up in the morning, catch a taxi, and come back. So people don't know that. They're like, hey, when you have it easy. No, I'm like, dude, she's like every day, and like people sometimes they walk over me. I still smile, and you know, so I smile and die at concerts. Like I still smile, you know, I still smile and go on and pretend as if and I'm still nice to you, even when you hurt me. I'm still nice to you. Like I can't be angry. If I sleep in something like I'm killing myself, so I can't be angry, so I'd rather cry about it. Like I always have my mom who's been there throughout, who knows my tears. I don't know how you do it, because if it were me, I'm on and you're still smiling with these people. But they're not like, you know, I'm like, ma, relax, I need these people, you know, as much as we're going to try. But look, I talk about something positive to distract her away from the negative that she sees in them, you know, to try and create the beauty. I think that's the thing about me, sometimes that becomes my weakness, you know. I try to see good in people even when I know it's hurting me, you know. So I'll try and I'll hide that to say like go on a gig with someone and perform and don't get anything, and then Alright. I said, alright. Yeah, exposure. You know?
You
Back
took
home.
good in all that situation.
Yeah, I got to be in a very big stage, like I appreciate that. Because hey, nobody would have seen me because this was me, and all of that. God, it's like I can't remember, like, yeah, I have kids to feed, I have family to look, so those are the challenges that I face. That only do if buying I need to Zanga, they would have, yeah, I've been. You hear that a lot of people hang themselves, right? So I've been in this industry. I think if I take my situation, listeners or they would have done that by now. You wouldn't know them, but because like I was in China, like I don't take it seriously. But it hit me this year. It hit me very hard. That I went through depression and I started to have like a heart problem. It gets to a point where I can't breathe, So, but then like, yeah, I still keep going. But I know, like now I know because of the condition that it gets to, I try and like again, I'm taking a break. Just do something else. And then come back to it because I'm not as strong as before. I think my heart has taken so much, because I'm not a person who also I can take my own life. I can't do that. So like wants to take me. But then you grow from that. I believe every opportunity that comes or every era that comes, it's like it's a climbing ladder, because it starts you from the leg. It's like shining the door, it's so I just take that and I keep climbing, I keep climbing because I wouldn't be honestly where I am without of those eras. So yeah,
It's been a journey.
It is. It has been a journey. It's been amazing and beautiful. Like if time goes on, and I would love to write my success story, from growing up until where I'm going. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Don't cry, please.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for coming here today and taking the time to be with us. And just in closing, to end on a very positive note, there's, I don't know, is it a notion, is it a what? I don't know. This thing of speaking things into existence.
Yeah.
So I want you to speak into existence. Where are you this time next year? Just speak all positive things that you want to achieve. Things like mentally, financially, in terms of spiritually, where are you?
Okay, next year I'll have a car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my second baby. I have a car next year. Next year I won't be living in Babel. Yes. Next year, this time, I'll be the next Shekinah or whoever who's at that top. That will be me. Next time this year, spiritually, I'll be a Sangoma. And next time this year, what? Jay, bring your mic, guys. Strong food. So yeah.
It is done.
It is done. You've said it. So next year, Jay, we're getting gifts from you.
You know, guys.
And we are consulting you.
Exactly. Most definitely come through.
And we are attending your gigs.
Definitely.
Thank you very much for sharing your story with us.
Thank you so
For
much.
sharing your journey.
Thank you. It's been amazing. I think coming and actually speaking out, it actually helped me realize something, because you always learn something every day, and there's something equally inside, and it also helps you to appreciate, So yeah, it made me appreciate, like, damn, I come far. So it's something to be grateful and to be thankful for. Yeah, Jay, I feel blessed. I feel blessed to be here. It was amazing. Thank you so much. I think this feels like one of the counseling sessions.
That's a great compliment too.
Yeah. I've never been to any, but this feels like one. Like a music consultation. But thank you so much, guys, for having me. It's been amazing.
Thank you.
Thanks.